my suffering and agony and pain, discomfort. Hi guys, Ashley Sapphire here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about migraines, my suffering and agony and pain, discomfort from having migraines. I have chronic migraines, so that means I have them often and rather frequently. I've had migraines since about 2010, I want to say. So yeah, I've been suffering since about 2010, and it's definitely been a journey. I'm probably gonna keep looking at this lint on my hat, but whatever. I've been suffering for a very long time. Now, I've seen doctors, neurologists, gynecologists, like literally every doctor that I could possibly see to get some kind of answers or resolve, and I have pretty much ended up nowhere. I've had CAT scans, CT scans, MRIs, like dye tests. I've had blood drawn. I've had pretty much everything up to this point that at least I'm aware of as far as, help. And there's like nothing conclusive, because at some point I was suffering so often, so much, that at some point I was just like, it must be something more. Like it's more than migraines at this point. Like,
something's wrong.
And I've had headaches before, but if you have migraines, there's a huge difference between a headache and a migraine. Like a huge difference. So ultimately, there were 2 medications that I tried over the course of time. The first one is Sumatriptan, I believe it is. Let me just look what they were. Sumatriptan, 50 milligrams. I was on that for a while, but not consistently, but I was trying it, and it is to treat migraines and like cluster headaches. So I was on it. I don't know. You know how you kind of trick yourself into thinking something's working or not working because you want it to work so bad, so you're like, it's working, but ultimately it really wasn't working for me. I feel like it was kind of like making me worse. Some days I was just like, oh, I'm fine, but other days I was feeling like I was dying. It was to the point I was having numbness and tingling like really bad on my left side, to the point my arm and leg, like my left side was completely weak, and I felt like, is this what it's like to have a stroke? I could barely move my left side. It was really weak. I couldn't like lift or do anything. I was pretty much disabled. And so I stopped taking them because I was really scared, like, this is not normal. So there was another medication they gave me, which was Topiramate. My left side, it was really weak. I couldn't like lift or do anything. I was pretty much disabled. And so I stopped taking them because I was really scared, like, this is not normal. So there was another medication they gave me, which was Topiramate, 25 milligrams. Now, I also had bad side effects from this medication as well. It also, I can't really say either one of these prescriptions helped me, because I guess I didn't give it a long enough time to help. But ultimately, I felt like crap. I mean, if I could just be honest, there wasn't really any relief. I still had migraines. And mind you, I usually have 3 to 5 migraines a week, okay? At minimum 2 for sure. So it's a weekly, ongoing, recurring thing. It's not like, oh, once a while, or when my period comes. Like, it's literally all the time. And it was to the point that I could barely function. It was difficult to get out of bed. I can't work like to full capacity because I'm so uncomfortable. And if you suffer from migraines, you know the pain that I'm talking about. Like, it's overwhelming. And so I was suffering, very uncomfortable. The medications where I felt like practically killing me, it wasn't helping me. And so I just pretty much gave up. Ultimately, I do use like the regular kind of tips and tricks they give you to deal with migraines. So I usually stick to those methods, which are pretty much natural, I guess you could say. So I pretty much take a nap. Depending on the pain level or where it's hurting in my head, I'll take a cold or really hot shower, and I usually let it run over my head, which, fun fact, is why I have short hair. That's why I stay bald, like really short hair, because any kind of like irritation to my scalp, like pulling and combing and brushing, I literally cannot take it. Like, it's literally like nails on a chalkboard for me, considering I have migraines. So I can't stand for nobody to be playing or touching in my head. So that's one of the reasons why I keep short hair. It's just less hassle for me to deal with, especially during a migraine. But yeah, the medications weren't helping me. So yeah, I do hot or cold showers. I do ice packs, which helps me, probably my go-to thing for sure. I do ice packs like just completely around like my forehead and my temples. And I mainly get my migraines on my left side. So it's usually like the front area up here, definitely in my temples, and sometimes it's like down to the back of my head, down to the back to my left side. I also have noise and light sensitivity, which definitely makes it even worse. At this point, I can practically function. And I do get occasional numbness and tingling on my left side. And this was before the medication. So I was having all of these symptoms even before trying any medication. So, like I said, it just became disabling at one point that I could barely function. And it's just really hard to like get through the day when you're in pain, and the light hurts your eyes, the sun hurts your eyes, noise, like any kind of noise hurts. Like music I love to listen to, like Jill Scott and stuff, everything just annoys me. Like I don't want to hear anything. And then I have kids, so when they start screaming and they're playing, they're having a good time, they're laughing. I love to hear my kids laugh, okay? I love hearing kids laugh. Like, it's just the best thing. Like, they having a good time, they having fun, but I'm just over in the corner like, I'm just trying to get through the day, okay? Because I'm not trying to rain on everybody else's parade because I'm in pain. So I've tried to become a functional migraine sufferer, but some days it's just impossible. So for me, I gave up on the medication. That just was not an option for me because I felt like it was just making my life worse. So I just stick to my natural remedies and just try to deal with it the best way I can, which is also difficult sometimes. And ultimately, I feel like it's just something I have to deal with. It's unfortunate. I feel kind of like an outcast, you know, when you say to somebody, hey, you know, I don't feel good because I have a migraine. The natural assumption is,
you have a headache, so you're fine. Why can't you get your work done? Why can't you clean up? Why can't you run these errands? Because your head hurts. Like, the headache, that's not so bad. Take a couple of Tylenol.
let me stop you right there, okay? Because that's and I know everybody doesn't understand the capacity of migraines, but for me, it's just a little insensitive. Now that I'm a sufferer, like, headaches and migraines are two totally different kind of pains, okay? You know, a headache, you might be, ooh. But a migraine can be disabling, debilitating. Like, you can literally just be completely dysfunctional with a migraine. And it's serious pain. So instead of trying to be insensitive, like, you know, claw somebody's eyes out because they don't know the pain I'm suffering in my head, I just try to explain, like, my symptoms ultimately, like, you know, I'm hurting, this, and that. And ultimately they're kind of like, whoa, okay, maybe you should sit down, or, you know. But it is hard. I feel like nobody understands me when I complain about it, and I try not to complain because, once again, they're just like, oh, it's just a headache. Also, regular over-the-counter stuff is just like a joke for me. Everybody's like, take some Excedrin headache. I think there's an Excedrin migraine as well. Tylenol, things like that. The only over-the-counter I take is Tylenol PM. And that's because it's going to put me to sleep. I can't even say that it relieves my pain or makes me feel better, but it makes me feel better because it puts me to sleep. And that's even sad, I feel like, to even say that. Like, I'm in so much pain, like, just give me something to put me to sleep, because I literally cannot function. Everything is irritating me because I'm in so much pain. Like I said, noise, light, everything. Sometimes even temperature. Like, if it's like super hot, that can make my migraine worse. If I'm super cold, that can make it worse. Some foods I hear are irritants as well. I don't really know what my food triggers are. I haven't really had a time where I ate something and was like, oh my God, my head is on fire. But I know, like, some people say like chocolate and coffee, things like that, triggers or makes their migraines worse. I can't really say what makes my migraine worse, and I have done it. I've done food journaling. I've done all kind of like side notes to see what may be my trigger. But when you have migraines, anything could be a trigger. Like, honestly, I don't care what it is. Food, the day, the weather. I mean, you know, like, anything could be a trigger. So you never really truly know for sure. But it's definitely a hard life living with migraines. And I try not to complain too, because I feel like things could be worse. There are people out here with cancer, lupus, like literally terminal illnesses, and I'm complaining about a migraine. But I feel like it is a real issue in the medical world that, you know, kind of needs attention, because people are suffering from this. I don't even know what to call it. It's not a disease or whatever, but it's something, and it's recognized as something. But I don't think we've really given it any kind of traction, because it's just like I said, oh, just take some Tylenol, lay down. But sometimes that's just not enough. But I'm still open to everything, so I haven't completely given up. But it is just kind of discouraging. Ultimately, my mind frame is just deal with it. Deal with it the best way you can. Just get through the day. I'm making it. And in being that I've been suffering so long, I have, like I said, just pretty much tried to ignore it and just become numb to it. Like, I'm hurting so bad. My head is hurting so bad. My left eye is throbbing. My head feel like it's on fire. My vision is doing stuff. My arm is tingling. Like, I'm going through a lot, but I'm still sitting here like, okay, I need to go to Target. I need to go to the post office. I'm trying to still function as normal, because if I were to shut down every time I get a migraine, I'd probably just be bedridden at this point. It's so bad. So I don't know. You guys let me know how, if you have suffered from migraines, have you tried any prescription medications? Do you have any tips and tricks that works for you when you're having an episode? Let me know. And sometimes my migraines last for days. Like, I'll be having a migraine episode for like 2 days, and then it'll let up, and then I feel like probably the next day it comes back. It just doesn't stop. It's just like constant torture. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever be able to explain that to anybody. Like, the true pain. Like a woman who's pregnant, she can't really explain to you the pain of a contraction or the pain of giving birth. You know what I mean? That's how I feel with my migraines. Like, I can't really put it into words, but that crap hurts and it's uncomfortable, okay? And it's a big deal for me, but I'm dealing with it. But you guys share your experiences, your prescriptions, your tips and tricks, your remedies, the stuff you do just to make it through the day, or, you know, to get through your episode, what works for you. But I'll probably be updating you guys on my migraine journey and keep you guys updated on if I try any other medications or stuff like that. So you guys let me know your feedback and all that good stuff down below, because I will gladly read it. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace.